All right. Good morning, everybody. December the 6th. Man, we're going to give you guys some time to come join us. Maybe you agents are super busy out there because you're selling lots of Medicare. And we're having these last minute seniors now waking up and saying, oh my God, I got to review my Medicare. Why did I wait to the very end? But all the procrastinators. Last night, I wrote a couple of apps late at night. So it happens to all of us agents. So, hey, glad you're going to join us or watch this later. So let's talk about a few things on Medicare, and then we'll jump into ACA. So, guys, we have all day today to write business. And then tomorrow is December the 7th. We have all day tomorrow. Okay? So, December the 7th. And now, the one thing I am not sure of, everybody always tells us we have until midnight. Well, midnight, what time zone? Now, who's going to be really writing at midnight? Okay, so, now the other thing I will tell you is the 48-hour rule. Right now, guys, you can forget the SOA 48-hour rule. You don't have to worry about it, okay? We're within 4 days of a valid election ending. Okay. So I still have agents, so I still have to wait 40 hours. We're going to pass the deadline. I'm like, no, you don't. So right now, book your appointments, get out there, and you can sign that scope at the same time that you're doing your application. Okay. So that's a good thing. You don't have to worry about that. And guys, we only have 3 people on here, and I'm so glad at least 3 of y'all are here with us. So just post your questions. Okay. I'm solo today. But post your questions. I'd be glad to answer any questions. The third tip that I will tell you right now, guys, this is vital. Okay. You need to make sure that you are checking your applications that you submitted. All right. I screwed up. Okay. So UHC this year, what they did is they have a dual plan. They have 2 dual plans. They have one dual plan. This is for people that have Medicare and Medicaid. They have one dual plan that is for a whole bunch of different levels of Medicaid, okay, including QMB. Then they have another dual plan that is for the higher limit of QMB, like QMB plus, SLMB plus, okay? Well, what I did is I had a person who was QMB, and I wrote them up on the plan that's for QMB plus, okay? I knew it. It was just, man, I'm running 100 miles an hour. And I must have just clicked on the wrong dual plan. I wish United on their, when you choose an application, they were I wish they list them all. And it's sometimes it's hard, especially if you're on an iPad and your vision's a little impaired like mine. But I chose the wrong one. So I go to my application status and it was not in effect. It was canceled. Well, I was able to easily catch it. I called my insured up. Hey, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I'm going to resend you this. And they were like, okay, cool. No problem. I got them redone. Okay. No big deal. But guess what? If I had checked this Sunday, I would have been totally screwed. On top of that, my insured would have been totally screwed. So make sure that you are checking your applications. Don't make any assumptions that just because we're in AEP that the policy went through. Okay, so don't make those assumptions. All right. So right now, what I would do, in fact, I would even do it now. Why wait till tomorrow? What if you can't get a hold of the insured? What if you screwed up and we're tomorrow and you can't get a hold of that insured? Okay. So this at least buys you 2 days. Okay. 2 days to get this fixed. So go to every carrier that you've written an application. What I do is I have an Excel and I've written down all my stuff. So I can go to that. Okay, I wrote all these with United. Go check your United application status. Go to Humana, go to Aetna, go to every carrier you got. And maybe on your spreadsheet or Google Sheet, if you've got the approved or active button, you can just highlight that green and at least get it off your mind. Okay. All right. Yeah. Luis Torres. Hey, man. Yeah, I agree. We're in the same boat, man. We make mistakes. God. All right. It happens. Bonnie. Okay. Go to each carrier and do this check. Yes. There's no other way to check that I'm aware of. So you would log into the carrier broker portal, your side, our side. You would go there and you would log in. Okay. You log in on that broker portal and go to your application status and just go verify all your applications. Okay. Oh, Luis, you've got 12 apps in trouble. Well, here's the positive thing of this, man, is that you've got today and tomorrow to fix it. Okay. And I'm just curious, when you say are in trouble, can you elaborate a little bit? Maybe this is a good teaching moment for people that are watching this. So if you don't mind sharing, if you do, hey, no big deal. Now, I have got questions for some agents. Number one is they're saying, hey, what are we going to do next year? What SCPs are available? Well, what I told this agent and what I've told the agents that I train, I'm like, guys, slow your roll. Let's get done with AEP. Okay. Now, next week, when AEP is over, let's start worrying about 2025. Now, usually after AEP, it's a dead month. Okay. It's not much you can do. You can't use LIS. You can't use Medicaid. You can't use anything other than a few special elections, like maybe relocation, new to Medicare. But I don't know of any other ones that we can utilize during that dead time. Now, just because it's dead time doesn't mean it's really dead time. What you guys can be doing as agents, you guys can be reviewing all your apps again. You already reviewed them now, so at least you've knocked out any troubled apps. But what you can do is call all of your clients and resell it. Hey, Mrs. Jones, okay, you should have already, and if you haven't, you will be getting a packet from this carrier. So just be aware of it. Also, Mrs. Jones, hey, do you want to review your app one more time? Make sure we're good. Hey, Mrs. Jones, make sure that you use, if you flip them to a different plan, inform them, Mrs. Jones, your old card with this other carrier, it's good for the rest of this month of December. But in January, make sure that you use your new card. It is vital that you let your PCP know. Don't make any assumptions that they know, because they don't know. They're going to think that your old one is still in effect. So make sure that your PCP knows that you've got a new plan. All right. It's important. Now, I do this not by calling them, I got too many. Okay. But what I do is part of my welcome to whatever carrier I enrolled them workflow that I have in my CRM. So it lets Mrs. Jones know, hey, Mrs. Jones, we enrolled you with this carrier. You need to do this. Exactly what I just told you, I tell them. Okay. All right. So make sure that you are aware of that. All right. Oh, also, while you're having them on the phone, this is an excellent opportunity for cross-selling. Excellent. Mrs. Jones, hey, remember when we met and we talked about your plans and some of your costs that you have, like your hospital copay, your ER copay, and your ambulance copay? Well, I've got a plan that a lot of my clients are taking. This is where you're going to sell the hospital indemnity. Hey, and you already ran the rates because you already know what plan they're in and have it all ready to go. Mrs. Jones, to cover those three things, it's going to run you about $10 a month. But also want to let you know, therapeutic radiation, chemo. Okay, this is what's going to happen if you're diagnosed with cancer. And I will tell you, 1 out of 2 men, 1 out of 3 women are going to get cancer. Well, upon a diagnosis of a life-threatening cancer, we can pay you a sum of money, Mrs. Jones. Okay, I like to do $10,000 cancer plans. Here's what the rate is if we add it. What do you think? You want to pay for it with a credit card or a check or money order? I mean, a routing number out of your checking account with the routing number and the account number. What do you think? Let's go. I can't afford this amount. What can you afford? Oh, I can't afford 40, but I can afford 20. Okay, boom. You start adjusting. Okay, you can lower that cancer in increments of 1,000. And now you've got another hook. You got another sale. You made some more money. And in addition to that, now you got another hook on your client. Okay, they stay longer with more policies. And then you can finish off with Mrs. Jones. I want to let you know, so glad we took care of that. Now, let reality sink in, Mrs. Jones. We're all going to die. Okay, a lot of my clients don't have a final expense policy. I've got one prepared for you. Okay, wherever you want to utilize and quote them a final expense policy. Now, you can already go in there, start doing your research, guys. Find out in your area what cremation cost and what a just a small minimal burial cost. Probably going to be in my area. It's about $8,000 for a service with cremation, and I think we're at about 15 for the regular burial. So I have some numbers ready and just throw them out there. Hey, I want to let you know, you have something in place. Well, let's see if we can do better. You don't have something in place. Oh my God, man, we got to definitely do something. Mr. Jones, how about I come by and see you and you knock it out, okay? And you do your thing. All right, that's my take on it. That's all Medicare. Now, going forward 2025, guys, we just lost the low income SEP. It sucks. I'm sorry, not the low income, LIS. We just lost LIS for 2025 for Medicare. Horrible. I read a lot of business using LIS. It's gone. Okay. And also the new rules for Medicare and Medicaid, the dual. You're going to have to align the MAPD line, the MAPD carrier, to whoever their Medicaid provider is. They're like, what are you talking about? We will have tons of training for Heidi and Fighty. I don't even know much about it right now because it's not in my mind. I don't need to worry about it right now, but I will next week. In a nutshell, what it means, guys, is this. And I think in Texas, we have 3 providers for Medicaid. Molina, United Healthcare, I think Community. I can't remember the third one. Okay. AmeriGroup was a huge one. They just got out of Texas. So what does this mean? If somebody has United Healthcare through their, that is administering their Medicaid, I have to write a United Healthcare dual plan. If they have Molina, I got to write a Molina. I can't put them in a United dual. They got to go to Molina. There's got to be that coordination next year. Well, I didn't have Molina as an MAPD carrier. Well, guess what? I signed up with them. So you agents need to go find out who's administering the Medicaid in your state and make sure you get aligned with carriers that are administering those Medicaids. That way you don't have the ability to write. Okay. Trainings for all that will be coming up soon. I will be doing it for you guys. All right, let's go take a look on here. Okay, Luis. Hey, man, thanks for sharing. Medicaid problems. Man, I'm with you 100%. A lot of mine are Medicaid issues too. Now, the good thing is I write mainly with United, and it's all getting sorted out. Okay. So QMB Plus, there you go, man. Me and you are in the same boat. QMB Plus should be put into a different plan versus somebody for QMB. Kind of sucks. Yeah, you it's just a little checks things that it's just the little catches. But man, the good thing is you caught it now and you can fix it. Okay. All right. Let's go to Diaz068. When do you think is the best time to switch from a pipeline to go directly with the carriers? I don't think you even can. And why would you? Commissions are commissions. So in my opinion, what is the benefit, or what benefit do you think there is by going directly with the carrier? First of all, I don't think you can. They're going to want you to have an FMO that you're partnered up with. So my question to you is, does your FMO suck and you want to get away from them? If so, this is where you can start. We're in blackout. I think February is when the blackout goes away and you can switch from one entity to another. So you want to get with an entity that helps, okay, that supports you. And that's going to be my guess as to why you're wanting to get away from where you're at. So get with an entity that will support you. Now, one of the things I do, our organization, I run Zoom meetings Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and of course this YouTube Live, but this is open to everybody. But I do agent growth on Tuesdays. I do Medicare on Wednesdays. I do ACA on Wednesdays, and I do Medicare on Thursdays. And I have a training program, and we support through school, which is a platform where agents ask questions. So you may want to consider switching if your upline sucks. All right, let's go back to Luis. Have to call the area manager. Have been fighting this going back to October. Ugh, horrible. Well, I wonder what carrier this is happening with. I don't see any of this with United. So I kind of like them. All right, let's go to Timothy. I've heard selling too many at once. ACA, FET causes them to cancel at a higher rate. Have you seen the opposite? I kind of have. You don't want to oversell. Some people are so nice that they don't want to tell you no. But as soon as they leave, as soon as you leave, or as soon as they end the call, they go into cancellation mode. So you don't want to be pushy. That's number one. I've grown my book of business by not being pushy. I would even say I suck as a sales guy. I like to consider myself more of an educator with a sales twist. So just educate, don't push, okay? Because they're going to cancel. And with a lot of my seniors, when I sell an additional policy, I will tell them, look, Mrs. Jones, I don't want you to cancel this. Don't think you're going to hurt my feelings by telling me you don't want this or you can't afford it. We need to get you a policy that you're going to keep. It does you no good and me no good. The insurance company no good is if we get this and then you cancel it. So I give them the way out. Again, a lot of people are super nice and they don't want to hurt your feelings. And they'll say, yes, yes, yes. And then they get buyer's remorse. So I would say give them the way out. Okay. But don't leave money on the table either. So there's got to be like a balance, a fine line on what to do. So again, throw it out there. Hey, most of my insureds do this, but make sure they can afford it. Because you don't want, if you're getting advanced commissions from those carriers where you're setting those extras, I mean, you're going to have to pay that back. Now you got chargebacks and nobody likes chargebacks. So ACA, well, since we're on the Medicare topic, with Medicare, all that I really sell at the time of the appointment is an indemnity plan. And I do way more indemnity plans of just the $10 ones where we're covering the hospital, the ambulance, and the ER. Every now and then, probably more not than yes, I don't sell the cancer, because if I do $10,000 of cancer, it adds about $30 in premium. And sometimes it's tough, but just get another one, get something they can afford. And then also tell them, look, these two things are not tied together. Okay. Your ACA or your Medicare is this is a supplement. You don't have to cancel both of them. If it comes to a point where you just can't afford this anymore, just let me know. I'm not going to talk you out of it. I'm not going to give you a hard time. Okay. Times are hard right now. And I know a lot of these seniors there, their budget is slim and nothing is going down. Everything's getting more and more expensive. Okay. So, you have to have, I find it hard sometimes, but we got to have a little compassion. So, Timothy, it's just a balance, man. And that balance is going to be based on the client that you're talking to. Okay. Now we're talking about ACA. I do a lot of dental and vision, way, way more dental and vision than I do the indemnity with Allstate. Okay. And again, the dental and vision is not really a upsell. It's like they want it. They got to have it. But I do not pair. I don't use the same company for ACA and dental. That's why I like using Emeritus. There are some ACA plans that include dental. Well, what happens when they don't want it? They're screwed. If they say, I don't want it, well, they end up canceling your whole deal. So I separate the ACA and I do Emeritus dental and vision. And then I do Allstate. And again, give them the out. Let them know that they're not tied together. Okay, they're all three different plans, and there's one they got to get rid of. And we'll take care of it, but you don't want to lose the other ones. All right, good one. We're rocking. All right. So, Luis, new procedure to copy verification in Jarvis to a PDF. Save the info. So I will tell you this. What I do with every Medicare client is I don't depend on the company to save my docs. So when I enroll somebody and I get the SOA and I get the app, I download them and I save them. Okay, don't depend on them to have them. Here's the crazy thing, that is, if you get a complaint, that person handling the complaint doesn't have access to that. So now you've got to go back into your carrier and request them. So make sure, guys, that you are part of your retention of documents is that you are saving. Don't depend on the carrier to save them for you. They're going to get them. They're going to be happy. But if you have a claim or you have a complaint, you have to deal with this. make sure that for your own document retention records that you're saving the SOA, you're saving the application, and also all of your notes. Okay. I haven't written this out yet. I'm gonna do it today. Kind of hard to see. I'm gonna let you guys see it. And you can see this thing. Look, it's one of my insureds. Okay, it's got all their information. Okay, I don't want to show a phone number there, but look, I've got all the meds they're taking. I've got the carriers written. I've got the tiers written down. I've got who's doing what. I mean, I was doing this at home and I forgot my intake sheet, but I've got all this stuff here. Okay, I got my notes. Well, guess what? When I write this, I'm going to take these notes and I'm going to scan them and save them. Okay, so make sure that you guys are all your notes or whatever, save them, because your word means nada. Okay, I'm going to say it in Spanish. Well, I'm not going to say it. It doesn't mean anything. Okay, so you have to have your documents. All right, let's continue. Lady V, Instar, I'm not sure what that means. Hit me back up. All right, let's go to Luis Garza. Luis, do you know of an AC agent who has an MA license? Me. Okay, Medicare or maybe a MA. Is that a state? I got to Google that. Is Maine? Is that you were talking about Maine? Maybe? Yeah, Massachusetts. There we go. I guess re-elaborate. I don't know, Luis. Couldn't help you out. But yes, if you want to hand one off, we can kind of help you out with that. United. Oh, really? United's giving you some trouble. Wow. I'm loving United. Yeah, I would maybe get with your local rep. Well, you know what? And they can't really help you out. You got to talk to the broker, what do you call it? Producer. Jeez. Thinking it's always Jarvis. PhD, the people at the producer help desk. All right. Any advice on what to do with clients who don't show for an appointment? Now I'm wondering, are you going to their place and they're not there? Or are you waiting for them to come to you? Okay, so let's talk about those two different scenarios. They reply okay to the notification of it's hearing, but they don't answer their phone calls. Welcome to just the way things are. At least you're getting a notification saying that I'll be there. So my only suggestion on this, and I'm just thinking on the spot, is those notifications. Are you sending them? What's the time frame between the okay that you're getting and the call? So I would say that, hey, if you've got an appointment, and let's just say my appointment is for an hour from now. Okay. Did I send them a notice yesterday? Hey, we have an appointment tomorrow at 11 a.m. where I'm central. And then the day of, are you sending it out a couple hours before? How about an hour before? How about half an hour before? Okay. And then, sometimes life happens. They're at work. They can't answer. But I would maybe make them feel bad. Hey, Mr. Jones, this is Luis. I'm going to be calling you in about half an hour. I've blocked out time for my schedule to talk to you. Okay. That's vital. Okay. Maybe you did block some schedule time out. Maybe they'll pay attention. So, hey, I'm in between appointments. Maybe you can jab at the heart a little bit by saying, hey, I'm out with my family, but I blocked out some time. My family's going to be, whatever, and I'm going to spend some. I'm going to allocate this time to spend with you. Will you please make sure you answer the phone call? Maybe that will work. Now, if they miss their meeting, are you sending a miss notification? Hey, Mr. Jones, I don't know what happened. I was with my family, but I blocked out some time to talk to you, to help you with your insurance. You stood me up. Hey, I know life happens, Mr. Jones. You want to reschedule? But please, if we reschedule, don't stab me up again. It kind of hurt my feelings. Maybe it didn't, but throw it out like that. Maybe that will help out. And let me know if it does. Lady Bay, I'm in a state where Medicaid is administered by the state, not by the carrier. In this case, how would the change in members of plan work? I wonder what state. My assumption, and again, I only sell Medicare in Texas, guys. So I'm kind of assuming Texas is like the rest of the other states. So I don't know. But in Texas, this FIDE stuff that we're going to be dealing with in 2025, that's national. Okay. So as far as I know, we're all going to deal with the same rules. So it's, I think, Medicaid in 2025 is going to get administered by some carrier. Now that's me just taking Texas and thinking it's going to happen everywhere else. So if I'm wrong on that, I could be, because again, I only work in Texas for Medicare, then I'd get with your local people. I'm sure your carrier reps are going to be doing HIDE and FIDE training for Medicare and Medicaid for the duals here pretty quick. So I would get with them. Okay. I'd get with them and see how they are going to help you out. I could have sworn but you know what? I could be way off. All right. Sorry, Lady B. I wish I had more solid answers on that one. Dia, so commissions are the same if you're working through an FMO directly. Yes, they are. There are CMS mandated commissions. Okay, you can't get any more or any less. Now, an FMO can set you up as a GA, assuming you're going to recruit agents. So some people may get a little extra on a plan, and that's because they've recruited some agents. And on a GA contract for Medicare, you get $50. MGA, which is a higher level, you get $150 or $125. I can't remember. But that's how you make money recruiting agents. You make more on your sales and you make more on the agents that you recruit. But every carrier has guidelines. They just don't hand GA contracts out to everybody. So you got to have the intention of recruiting and then also recruiting. Okay. Everybody has great intentions, but some people can't perform. And I know, well, at least I think I know. United, you have to have at least 5 agents within 6 months. Otherwise, if they gave you the GA contract, they remove it and they put you back at street. I think Humana is 10 and Aetna is 25. I could be wrong, but I would check with your FMO and let them know that, if you're just asking for more commissions, they're going to say, get out of here. Okay. They just can't flip a switch and give you more commissions. Okay. But if you want to get with them and say, look, I'm getting the entrepreneurial bug and I want to recruit agents, train them, support them. And, can you guys offer me a GA contract? Okay. And then maybe an MGA contract, which is a higher level, but that's all going to be based on your recruiting level. So if you go, let's say it's with United and let's say it's 5, okay, you recruit 2, awesome. But at the end of the time period, they're going to put you back and you're going to lose any overrides you're going to be making on those agents. So it just can't be, I'm going to recruit 1 and think you're going to get there. No, they're going to pull you out and put you back at street. So make sure that if you do get that bug, that you make it something that you're going to work on. Raymond, in what year did you make the biggest jump in your book of business? Ooh, I will tell you, the biggest financial jump for me was when ACA started. Okay, no BS. Okay, ACA, Medicare. So I have a lot of irons in the fire. So I have my P&C agency. Do very, very well. I love it, but I'm bored. Okay, but P&C typically, for me, the worst months of the year are the end of the year, the last quarter. Okay. And I started my P&C agency in 2001. So to supplement my income way back in the day, I started doing Medicare. Okay. So Medicare. And of course, we know that the selling season for Medicare is the end of the year. So it was perfect. During my slow time on P&C, I was making it up with Medicare. Okay. And I'm doing just fine. Built up a solid Medicare book. Now, fast forward through those years, I was doing regular health insurance. But it wasn't anything like, wow, I'm killing it. It was more party money. Then ACA started, and I'm like, I think I'm going to jump in, which was 2014. All right, I jumped in, and it was horrible. Hours to do an app, the healthcare.gov site going down. There was no health Sherpa. It was, and I just stuck it out. And now I'm at a point where I'm 53 years old, and I just announced semi-retirement. Okay, so I told my staff, hey guys, I'm be coming in a couple of days a week. I'm gonna still handle payroll, finances, but the day-to-day, I promoted one of my people as like the active manager, and I'm going to do what I really like to do, and that is like growing the assistance of helping agents. So, right now I got to balance it with a bunch of things, but I'm going to go full time in training, supporting agents, and building my downline, and of course making my income from there. So, but I would just tell you, Raimundo, ACA was the biggest jump. A couple of big things for me that I have done is I paid off my house. I decided in 2 years I'm not going to touch my ACA income, and I don't live in a shack. I got a 7-figure home, paid it off in 2 years. 2 years. We put a $250,000 pool in the back with the grass, the turf, a sports court, a putting green. Don't think it's like thousands of acres. No. It's just tiny. It's got one little thing, putting green. It's got a pickleball court, sitting area, all cash flowed from my ACA. All. We just bought a coastal house in the coast of Texas. All right, we got it last May, and I'm halfway paying that sucker off. Okay, I got a 9% interest rate. I'm like, hell no. Okay, $3,000 a month in interest, and I'm about to pay that thing up. So I would just tell you, Raimundo, I'm kind of bragging, I guess, but I would just say a lot of it is because of the growth of my ACA book. Money comes in, and I'm able to, because I have my PNC money and I have Medicare money, this is just extra, and I'm phased out of every retirement thing that I can do. And so I'm buying properties, buying real estate, doing stuff like that so that I can build that empire up. So, Raimundo, if you're not doing ACA, highly recommend you get into it. Medicare is still good. I don't think Trump's going to do away with it. I don't think he can. I just got an email that said so far, year to date, we have, here we go, 988,000. No, hold on here. Oh, yes, 988,000, almost 1 million more people have enrolled for 2025. Okay, 4.4 million existing customers have returned. I don't think Trump can get rid of that. Now, he may be able to screw some things up, but I really don't think he's going to get rid of it, because as of right now, we don't have an active replacement on it. Now, will commissions change? Will some of the crap that happened with Medicare and non-commissionable plans happen in ACA? God, I hope not. Okay, but we never know what's going to happen. As of right now, 2025 is kicking ass. So get out there and write. All right. Luis, hey, got to run. Glad you're on here. I usually say life happens. We get it. You can simply inform us of an absence so we can keep our schedule open to help those who are serious about finding. Hell yeah, I think that's good. But that comment right there to me is very businesslike. I don't think you touched them in the heart. Okay, so I would say throw that out there, but touch them in the heart. Remember, jab them in the heart. Hey, Mr. Insured, life happens. We get it. You stood me up, kind of hurt my feelings. What do you got to lose, right? Did it really hurt your feelings? Who cares? Okay, if it did or did not, probably did not. But man, kind of hurt my feelings. I don't. Most of my clients don't stand me up. Okay, but I do understand. Things happen. Can we reschedule? And if we do, can you promise me you're not going to stand me up? I don't think I can take the hit of you standing me up twice. What's that going to cost you? So I would say make it a little more personal. I think this comment is great, but it's very cold and businesslike. Okay. Throw in I kind of got my feelings hurt, and maybe it touches their heart a little bit. I'm like, okay, I don't want to stand this guy up again. Arkansas. Okay. Arkansas on the let's see here. I'm going to just Google it. Arkansas Medicaid administrators. Let's see here. I don't know. I don't do anything up to, who administers Arkansas Medicaid? Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen on your stuff. Who administers Texas Medicaid? Let's see here. Come on. Well, I don't even see it here, but I do know that we're going to have United, Molina, and the third, which still eludes me right now. So maybe on the Google, I'm just not typing in right, but I would just check with your local carriers. Those guys are going to know. All right, going to continue. Last one from me. No worries. Are your emails from healthcare.gov correct when they say 4 million have returned? I don't have any way to verify. But, what I would do is, do we really have 16 million people left to enroll? I think so. I think there's millions of people who don't have insured. I still don't think that this thing is completely saturated, where you're going to be completely out of business and can't find prospects. I will tell you this: social media is not as hot as it's been in the past. I think the rats ruined it for the rest of us. Those rat agents that were running those scam ads, I think they kind of muddied the waters for the rest of us. I had a lot of good social media stuff out there. It's still working, but not as much. What's really working for me right now is grassroots, getting out there. Man, let's see here. Kind of hard to see out in my front office. No, you're not gonna be able to see, but we've got signs out there. We get people walk in. I've looking at my phone right now. 6 missed calls since I started this. And I can recognize some of these numbers, my insureds, it's one of those things, guys. Grassroots is really panning out for me. So is it accurate? I would assume so, but we don't know. Diaz, are you the biggest insurance agency? No, I don't think I am. I know PNC, as far as farmers is concerned, I have a farmers insurance agency. I think I'm number 2 in San Antonio. I don't think at least I think I'm number 2. There's 5 districts. It's really hard to say, but we do have a good sizable amount of premium. I think on ACA, I think I am. At least in San Antonio, I think I'm good. But I hear agents, we're about to cross 1,000 written threshold, which is more than what we did last year at this time period. But I know of agents that have done 5,000 already. I'm like, God, so yeah, I at least I feel like we're one of the biggest, but there's always a bigger fish, a faster fish, somebody out there who's just killing it more and more. The way I look at it is I need to beat me. Yeah, I'd like to beat that bigger fish, but I'm not going to worry too much about that bigger fish. Maybe that bigger fish is selling more, but they may have more people, more expenses, more of everything. And I'm just happy where I'm at. But I always want to do a little bit better. Raimundo, hey man, thanks for the heads up there, man. And I will tell you, Raimundo, to be honest, bro, I'm not like a super guy. Okay. I don't even have a business degree. I do have a degree in education. I was a teacher. Then I spent 8 years in the military. Okay. And don't think it was some badass high flying, I wish, but I was a tanker. Okay. I was an Abrams. I mean, I don't have a lot of business background, but I'm just a normal dude. But I'm highly driven, and I like systems, and I like to be the first one in, the last one out. I like lead by example. I like that kind of stuff, and I expect that of my people. But I also believe a lot in the fact that I can't grow by myself. Okay, I can't carry all the weight. I need a team. And so I built my team up. I think my team makes a lot of good money. My team gets recruited a lot. I'm like, go, you might save me some money. And like, nobody's going to pay them what I pay them. So you got to have a team to support you. And, that's how I've managed to grow. Gabby, let me hold on here. Yes, a PNC, but I started with AC and Medicare. Yep, you can do it all, man. PNC, ACA, Medicare, and then you've got monies coming in from multiple sources. So, we're experiencing commission cuts on the PNC side. It hurts, but it's not changing my lifestyle. Okay, I still got this coming in, I got this coming in, I got that coming in. I got rental income. We got 4 rental properties that, it's all coming in. So it is all really, really good. So eventually you'll keep going there, man. You'll keep growing. Let's go to Gabby. Gabby Garcia, calling Sherpa here in Florida, along with the client, has been a nightmare. Not everyone has the time or patience to call and confirm, authorize the agent to enroll. I agree with you 100%, Gabby. But just the way things are, you have to collect consent and confirmation. Okay, even though we've got these new rules that all of us have to abide by, we're still writing more business. And here's what to do. You've got to have some systems that make it easy for them. Now, I will tell you on the consent and confirmation, on the consent, okay, CMS has told us that we can collect it in 5 ways. A recorded phone call, a wet signature, a digital signature, a text message, and an email. Okay, so my primary way in 2024 was to send them a picture of the consent form and have them reply back with I consent. Okay, I wanted to go one step up and make it more official. So now my 2025 process is I send them an email and it's a digital signature. So in Agent CRM, we created it. So if I'm talking to one of my insureds, hey, I can't proceed. Gabby, I can't write you right now. I need your consent. Do me a favor. Go check your email right now. And I try to do it on the phone. Go check your email for me right now. Please, please, please. Okay. Open it up. Hit view document. You're going to do 3 things, Gabby. It's going to be this quick. Start, sign, finish. Any idiot can do that. Although I do have some idiots that can't. They're like beyond the idiot phase. Okay. All right. So they get it. I'm like, that's it. Is this the email? Yes, this is the email. Okay. What do? I just told you, hit view document. They view it. Top right, it says start. Boom. Okay. Signature. Click it. It pre-fills the signature. And the bottom, hit finish. Okay. It can't get any easier than that. If you're dealing with one of these idiots that can't figure those 3 things out, send them the text and say, hey, that you give me consent. All right. Now you go through the whole process, collect the data, you find a plan, you get to the very end, the confirmation. Okay. If you're recording your phone call, you can just review everything. What I do is I get to the finalize screen. Okay. And you'll see that if you're doing Health Sherpa and you're going through all the screens, you're going to get to, I think it's the 3rd screen from the very end. The very 3rd screen is finalize. You see it. And then there's a print button. Print it. Save it as a PDF. Now in my CRM, I already have a workflow. I save it under Final App for Gabby. Okay. Goes into a folder on my desktop. Then I go to my CRM and I attach it. Okay. I attach it and then I hit send text. That's it. For me, it's click, click. Now my insured gets a text message and it says, Gabby, please hit the link below and review the application and make sure that everything is correct. If so, reply back with, I confirm. Guess what most of my people do? They just said, I confirm. I don't care if they open it up. It's on them. But now I've got my I confirm. So if you don't have a process like that is seamless, then you're working harder and not smarter. So I will tell you this. If you are not using the CRM where I've already created all this for you, then you're probably working harder. If you already have a CRM, well, then get with your people and help them create this for you. I created it for me, and I created it for everybody that uses my link. Okay. And it also pre-fills my signature on it. And it also will give me the proof that I need to submit, which is a signature confirmation, which documents their IP address and all their stuff. So my guess is you're not doing that. Consider getting that CRM that I use, and you have to do some setup, but you'll get it up and running like that. All right, let's continue. Now, California is a state-based exchange. Every state-based exchange has something similar, but I don't sell in any state-based exchanges, so I don't know how California works. But California is not part of the federal exchange, so California has their own rules. All right, Rocky. Difference in contracting directly as an agency versus an independent agent with carriers. You go independent, go straight to the carrier. Where's your support? They're not going to support you. They don't have the infrastructure. That's why they want you to go through an entity that can set you up. Okay. Now, we entities like myself, we make an override. Everybody that sets you up is going to make an override. Okay. We make a little extra money because we've negotiated higher rates. You get your commissions. Now, for me making my money, I provide the training and support and all the things that we do. All right. Some people don't do squat. They contract and like, hey, get out of my face. Go. Good luck. They throw you into the pool and they hope you can swim. All right. In fact, there's a lot of them like that. I make money on overrides, but I want to train you guys because I don't make any money if you don't sell. All right. And I want to make some money. Okay. I got to build my empire. I got 3 kids. I want to buy a new motorhome. I want to travel all the US. In fact, I want to do all my agent training in my motorhome, wherever the heck I'm at. Okay. So, and of course, it's not a little, $20,000 motorhome. It's a big money, but yeah, I want to make some money. And so I provide training and support. All right. So I've heard contracting directly isn't an issue when selling ACA compared to Medicare. That is correct. Medicare, I don't think you can contract directly. ACA, you can. Then you're on your own. And what's the benefit if you're making the same commissions? You might as well contract with a partner like myself or anybody else. There's some good ones out there that are going to provide you training and support, and just kind of figure out what works for you. Gabby, you're welcome. All right, guys, I do have to roll. I got business to write. Remember, you got all day today. You got all day tomorrow to write business. Double check all of your stuff. Also, I would say this, look, if you don't have a CRM to make things happen, guys, put it on here. Hold on here. All right. There is my link for you guys to get the best freaking CRM for insurance agents in the world. So this is my final plug before I roll. Okay. It's a CRM is a communicator. It lets you talk to your leads, your clients, whoever your contact is. I've created automations that will do stuff for you. Okay. But here's the other thing. If you haven't been in business very long, and as time goes, you will probably get sued by a client, and it sucks the life out of you. And I will tell you this, your word means nothing in the court of law. The insureds are right, and you have to prove yourself wrong. Well, how do you prove yourself wrong? Or how do you prove yourself that you're right? The only way you prove yourself right is with documentation. Agent CRM, if you're using it to communicate by text, email, or even a recorded phone call, it saves it all there for you. And I've been sued 3 times. I've won all 3 times. Okay. And the attorneys, when we talk to them, the first thing they say for us, like, please tell me you have something to prove. Well, this is my procedure, and I promise you this is what we say, and they're going to be like, we're going to have to settle. Okay, your word means nothing. Okay, so I learned real quickly. hey, document. They want to see email chains, text change, recorded phone calls that disproves what that client is saying that you did or did not do. Okay. So, use it for that protection, but use it also because, guys, I will tell you throughout the year, the CRM that I utilize, it's texting my clients. So one thing that we did, guys, and I did this year. In fact, I did it yesterday. I updated my enrollment nurturing workflows. So right now what happens is when a client enrolls, let's say I put them with Aetna ACA or Aetna Medicare, whatever. The first email that it sends them is like, hey, Mrs. Jones, just want to let you know we enrolled you with Aetna. Here's what I'd like for you to do is you need to go to the Aetna member site and you need to log in. Also, did you know that you can download an app? And what I do is I've included a picture of the app. And on the app, it does everything for them. I don't want these people to constantly be calling me, what's my payment? Because they can take care of it all on their phone if they get the damn app. So I put a picture of what the app looks like. I put a picture of what it looks like on the App Store or the Google, whatever. It's the Google Store. And now they can go download it, create their account, and they can self-service themselves. So those are things that the CRM can do. Imagine you trying to do that on your own. It's too much. So anyway, that's what I've got for you. Let's see here. Any final comments? I think we're good. Nope. All right, guys, I got to roll. Thank you for taking time and being with me today. And I appreciate you. Remember, if you're not a subscriber, I think all of you are. Otherwise, you wouldn't have got this notice. But subscribe and share me, guys. If you would, share. I'm trying to grow. We're at 6,000. I think we're trying to get to 7,000. I want to get to 10,000 subscribers. And you guys are helping me out. But share this out there with your agents. All right, guys, I got to roll. Thanks again.